Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-December 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Libras. My guides and spirit team, talk to me. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. See what's happening for the lovely Libras. In mid-December, I'm about to start breaking out the beard ornaments, my friends, putting on the Kyle Claus hat. But yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Libra. Guides and spirit team, talk to me. What's happening with my friends? I've had some very interesting readings in recent weeks, so we'll see if that continues. Usually will, right? What do we got for the Libras here? And the card is being a little stubborn coming out here, huh? There we go. All right, so there's something about the unseen nature of life, or the unseen aspects. This is a very spiritual card as well, and there's a lot of depth here. It does remind me of the Hierophant in a way, so that tells me we have a bit of complexity right here on the front end of Libra. And we'll dig through it. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card a little bit. Very interesting, right? You see this individual, they are blindfolded, they are hoodwinked, looking through the various different charms that represent spirituality. There's like all the major world religions there. So to me, this card clearly represents the unseen aspects of life, right? Blindfolded, not looking at the material, looking only at the unseen spiritual. So for some of you, you might be on some sort of spiritual quest. You might be doing a lot of energy work, whether clearing it or reconnecting to your spirituality in whatever form that might come in. Could be very important for a lot of Libras here. And there's a bit of subtlety to this card as well. Now, since it is Hierophant type energy, it could represent your day-to-day life. You might be wanting to change things up, or things might be feeling a little humdrum to you. But I like this card. I think it's beautiful. Just know that with this card also comes a sensitivity to energy as well. So for a lot of Libras in the coming days and weeks, you could be feeling a lot of the energies of people around you, places that you're in. There's a heightened sensitivity to the unseen energies when this card is here, the subtle energies. But anything connected to spirituality or a spiritual journey is beautiful, highly favored. Let's get into tarot now. And yes, I always say with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. But yeah, let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. So while we shuffle up and get this deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled A Surprising Return. And it was showing up in multiple places in the reading that certain things, situations, behaviors, individuals even could start returning or coming back around in one way or another. Now that would be up to you how you would deal with that. But those energies could still bleed over for the coming days and weeks. So keep that in mind. Certain things could start popping up or popping back up for sure. So let's see what energy we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. So let's get it going here. Let's get 3 cards for my lovely Libra friends. Guides and spirit team, what's happening? And we also had that astrology segment for you last week as well. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you think we should do some more guest appearances like that. I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. Now, although this is Earth sign energy, I do link this to you, which is good. Very giving, right? Something about gifts as well. I love this energy. Okay, and I'll explain to you why I do link it with Libra energy. I think it's very nice. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands. Something might be picking up a lot of steam here. Could even be communication as well. So we're looking okay so far. Let's get one more. Let's get one more. I'm cautiously optimistic. What do we got for the Libras here? Thank you. All right. Let's just go piece by piece, because we have the Devil here on the back end. That wasn't what I was expecting to see, but that could also tie into what we were seeing last week, things returning, like that could be the devil energy sometimes. But let's go through real quick, and I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff, because we have such an interesting dynamic here, my friends. They're like the Libra scales could be going full steam with the way I'm looking at this. But yeah, first look, first glance, lots of earthy energy here as well, because we have the devil, which is Capricorn energy, earth. We have pentacles, earth energy. We also have movement, fire in the middle. So earth energy could be you sticking to a schedule, structure, day-to-day life, just like I was mentioning as well. Business, money, work, all those things could be very important. So we have an interesting mixture of stuff. I will say this, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of movement and change here as well. But that devil, we're going to have to look at that like much deeper for sure, because I wasn't expecting it to pop out. And isn't that like devil energy, right? It pops up when you least expect it. So these could be little sub-notes to what we were picking up last week, but let's go through piece by piece. Position number one, the Six of Pentacles, beautiful energy. So the reason I link this to Libra, this person literally has the scales there. So this card could represent equality, balance, equality within a connection, of course, but generally to me this represents giving, somebody that is very charitable, giving, generous. So there could be someone or something you're wanting to give your energy to, maybe someone wanting to act that way towards you as well. So whether this comes in the form of kind acts or whether this comes in the form of gift giving, you know, 'tis the season, right? A lot of people are doing some gift giving in the coming days and weeks, and this card could represent that. So Spirit could be really highlighting that for us. But there is something in this card about fairness, okay? And the reason I was saying this card or this spread this week could have your Libra scales in full zoom is because like we have this balancing type of energy, then this action, then this devil. So like for some of you, you could be deciding, all right, should I be Six of Pentacles? Should I treat it like this? It's like there's a lot of decision and weighing options here, Libra. Position number two, let's try to not get too off kilter here. Eight of Wands, communication, okay? So whether it's written communication, speaking, texting, it doesn't matter. This Eight of Wands is full go, full blast. This is a huge card of action and talking, communicating. So for some of you, we'll really need to clarify it to see what kind of message or talk this could really be about. If there is nothing surrounding communication, this card could just represent action, forward movement, and forward momentum. Now, as with all cards, there's challenges here. This card could be a little unpredictable. It could be a little unexpected sometimes because it is fire and it moves so fast. And yeah, it could just be something that could spin out of hand as well. So the way the energy, it's like I'm getting this energy balancing, or trying to balance at the very least within this spread as well. Okay? And that's just the vibe I'm picking up so far. Now, moving to the back end, put this Eight of Wands back down right here. We have the devil energy. Now, for some of you, this doesn't have to be a big warning. Doesn't have to be. The devil could represent a Capricorn that you're connected to or somebody that has Capricorn placements. And they get this card due to the goat symbolism. That's it. So if you're a Capricorn cross-watching, don't be upset about that. It is what it is, right? Now, aside from that, the devil does have some challenges attached to it. It could represent certain behaviors, addictions, ways of thinking, ways of being that are not the healthiest. So when we see the devil, we don't think of healthy behaviors. There could be big warnings attached to this. It could represent toxicity, it could represent overthinking, it could represent jealousy and obsession and fighting, you name it. And since it is earthy energy, the devil energy, it's very difficult to get over. It's very difficult to work through. Often this devil energy lingers for quite a long time. So there might be certain things that you're working through that have been lingering or will linger for a little bit. And with what I'm seeing here, like, yeah, there's an improvement, there's things moving, but this devil energy is still sticking around. So I really want to dive deeper on all of it, Libra. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my lovely Libra friends, please, my gods. What's happening with my friends? There could be big attachments to money as well. We'll get into it, all right? But yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation. I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Six of Pentacles. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Libra, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Six of Pentacles time. What's happening? And as I was saying, with all this earthy energy, whether it is delays or whether it's business, work, money related, it's showing up. But let's see why that Six of Pentacles is in the mix. Thank you. Yeah, feeling generous. This is a card that could represent you. Okay, you might be setting some sort of plan into place. Okay, like, all right, well, I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to dot this I, I'm going to cross this T. I'm getting somebody putting a plan into place. Okay, so whether that's you or somebody else. Now, the King of Swords, that's a card that could represent Libra. Doesn't matter male, female, or anything. It's not gender specific. And this card is the controller of the sword suit. So that's why I said it's determined, it's very strategic, it's intelligent. So often when I see this card, yes, it can link to communication, but to me, it's generally somebody thinking something through. So when I see it underneath this Six of Pentacles, to me, it's just giving me huge plan-based energy. So now, it doesn't matter if you're connected to an air sign or not. When I see these two together, it's like, okay, well, I want to do this. This is the action I want to take. This is what I want to give to. So I need to do this first, then that, then this. So there's a lot of planning happening or needs to be had. So for some Libras, that could be Spirit telling you like, hey, if you want to achieve something, you need to plan it properly. But for some of you, it also might be Spirit saying like, hey, Libra, guess what? Someone is making plans to move things forward towards you or with you. It's a big possibility. So we'll see how it all plays out, because when I see planning and strategy, sometimes I feel like it could be very good, which it could be, but when we have this devil chilling over here on the back end, we need to step a little lightly, which we will do. So let's move over to the Eight of Wands, because this is like planning phase. This could be action phase. So let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. We're going to go in on that Eight of Wands here. Yeah, for some of you, it could be something simple this front end, just like planning the holidays, right? Planning how you're going to, who you're going to give this to and that to. Like, there's a lot of just planning happening, okay? It doesn't always have to be worst case scenario, okay? So let's go in on that Eight of Wands. That's that Eight of Wands here for Libra. Thank you. Watch out for miscommunications in this time, or there may have been recent miscommunications where things just weren't expressed properly. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse underneath this Eight of Wands, and that was the first thing that popped up into my mind. There could be someone where if you're trying to tell them how you feel, they might miscommunicate it, or they might not understand it how you meant to say it. Like, that's just how this is making me feel. I do also feel for a lot of Libras, there might be tensions in regards to work or people that you work very closely with. Because when I see the Three of Pentacles, yes, similar to the Six, it's like diligent, it's giving, there's a lot of work and there's a lot of effort. But to me, this is generally speaking about your circle of acquaintance or the circle of people that are around you. In reverse, it's like, okay, just watch out for these miscommunications. So we could see, this could be a warning for sure. Okay, I'm already seeing that, because with the planning we have up front, it's like, all right, well, I didn't plan for this to happen, or I didn't plan for it to go this way. That didn't go according to plan. It's like giving me that vibe, Libra. So if you are planning certain things in this time, just make some backup plans as well, because there is a warning that things might not go accordingly to how you envision it. So we'll see more when we get to this back end devil. But I will say this, for some of you, it could be like an explosive talk of some sort where like things get out of hand, whether that's something that's already happened or it's something that's coming in. I would say if there is any tension within your circle of acquaintance, try to just like take a step back for a minute. Like, that feels like the main thing I'm picking up here. But this is just giving me misunderstanding, especially with the plan. It's like, well, I planned for something good, or I planned for it to be good, and this happened. So there could be a warning here. Let's move over to the devil and see what's up. Because, yeah, this feels like a misunderstanding or a mistake of some kind, okay? Doesn't feel like the end of the world, but I'm giving it to you how I'm feeling it. Let's see why that devil's in the mix, and we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the devil here? Some of you might just be having issues with work. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything too crazy. Yeah, getting things under control. Everything will be okay. Even though we do have this warning, there could be a certain situation or even a certain person where it's like, okay, well, I understand what they are. I understand how they act, but I could work with it. Okay, like, it's just giving me that vibe, which is a very interesting thing. It's like, okay, well, I see what the tendencies are. I know what good they do. I know what the bad parts. It's like, I know the good parts, I know the bad parts, and I think I can work with this. That's the vibe I'm picking up. Now, in regards to the possible mishap or mistake or miscommunication of an explosive talk in the center, I do feel you eventually, or you at least being able to calm things down. There's a big problem solver energy here, but we have the magician underneath the devil. There's this link to spirituality that I have to mention, especially since this was our first card. Then we have the devil. Now we have the magician. There's a lot of cards that do point to energy work. Okay, I'm not going to go out there and say like spell work and ritual, and I don't want to get all spooky or anything like that. But when I see the magician with the devil, it's very important that you keep or continue cleansing your energy, cleansing your space, grounding your energy down. Energy work is very important in this time for a lot of the Libras, okay? And there is links to spirituality, but whatever this problem or issue or unplanned thing that goes down, I feel like you could be a problem solver and figure it out. Like, it doesn't feel irreparable. That's what that means. I feel like you could work with this. Let's go through and do a quick recap because, yeah, I feel like this is a very oddly specific reading, Libra. So if this didn't hit, please check your other alignments. But if you kindly look in the box, interesting stuff. There are plans here that are being made or being laid here. We have the Six of Pentacles with the King of Swords in the upright. So to me, whether it's just planning the holiday coming up, whether it's somebody saying, all right, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, trying to like get everything just right, just so. Whether it's you planning or somebody else, it's happening here. Moving to the center, though, this is where we get kind of a curveball. Yes, I did say this could be a talk that's a little volatile or explosive, but to me, it felt more like a miscommunication or something happening unplanned. Well, like, yeah, I didn't mean it like that. Well, I wasn't planning it for it to go like that. Watch out for issues with work or people in the circle of your acquaintance. Moving to the back end, we have the devil with the magician in the upright. I do feel whatever problems or issues pop up, you can really contain them and work with them. Or if this is an individual or a person, you see their good side, you also see the rough side of them. And sometimes love is like that, right? Or being close to someone is like that. You see their positives, you see their negatives, and it's up to you to decide if you could deal with that or work with that. Big emphasis on really protecting yourself spiritually in this time. So take that for sure. Let's get into the shadow card. Yeah, Libra, please take a screenshot of that. Let's see what's in the shadows for the lovely Libras here. Interesting reading, oddly specific, right? So only take what's for you. But yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end, whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. I feel like it's a nice thing to do, okay? And doesn't always have to be a challenge. So let's see what's in the shadows for Libra. Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments below. There's multiple tiers in there, various different sizes. Obviously, it's no pressure, but it's a beautiful way to support the channel. So let's get it going. One shadow card. Just got to mention it, my friends. If I don't mention it, nobody will know. What do we have for Libra? Thank you. All right. Queen of Cups, deep feelings. You could, if this isn't you, there could be someone you're connected to that is very, very deep in their feelers in this time when we have the Queen of Cups as a shadow card, just deep emotional, I don't want to say roller coaster, but this is a lot of feeling here. Now, for a portion of you with the Queen of Cups as a shadow card, this could represent issues with a mother figure. This could represent somebody suppressing things, suppressing feelings, pushing them down. You might just be connected to a water sign when this card shows up. But I do always say whenever the Queen of Cups is here, there's so much love. There's so much care and nurturing that could be had with this card. But there is always a big warning not to suppress. Suppressing too much will turn to disdain. So I feel like some of you need to hear that, okay? If that's not you, maybe someone around you suppressing a little bit. But yeah, Libra, it is what it is. I don't feel like it's the end of the world, but that's what I have for you. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The December subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the November subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for December, I'll be giving away 3 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's one of my favorite new decks out there, and it's really enjoyable to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what do you think tarot is best used for? Is it for looking at love situations, the past, the future, energy checks? Whatever it is, you drop your answer down in the comments below. And as always, the winners will be announced at random at the end of December. My friends, as always, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.